campaign want. That's what we're trying to do in this whole thing. That's what we're trying to expose to the people, so ordinary Americans can see that, because it's really sad. We talk about it when we talk about governance, when we talk about all of these things, but it's so far beyond that. I mean, even people that I know in this state that are reasonably political, meaning they know a lot of the guys, your friends, are like, I didn't understand the delegate process. I didn't realize that a win isn't really a win, and a win could mean so much. And you know what my father's doing? What he's done from day one in this? He's speaking and listening to the people. He's not playing the bribery game. He could do that. He could send his plane and pick up delegates from all over the world, fly them wherever they want, send them on vacation, because that's what you can do, and that's what the others are doing. They can't win by the people. They can't win the popular vote. They can't appease you guys. They don't have the personality for it. They don't have the whatever for it. They don't have the policy for it. They don't have anything. But what they do is they have big checks that their special interests are writing so that they get whatever they want. And we're trying to change all that. It should be about the people. Amen. The hard-working people that made this country great. Yeah. The blue-collar are the only people that no longer have a voice. They no longer have the asterisk that gives them some sort of special powers. We want to give those people a voice, because they're the people that truly made this country special. They're the people that made this country what it is. And they shouldn't be left in the dust. They should be right up there with everyone else. And we can really do that. We can change this country. We can put it back on the right track. When people ask, someone asked me the other day about, well, do you think your father's too tough? I'm like, wait a minute. I'm the father of 5 children. Who do you want protecting you? You want someone tough, or you want someone who's going to, every time the political winds change for a second, they shift and they tell. Right on. That's what I want. That's what I want. Negotiating trade deals. Someone who's actually negotiated a deal before. We send people who've never negotiated a car lease to negotiate. No, I'm serious. They've never negotiated anything. But guess what? Their friend wrote a big check. So congratulations. You're now the ambassador to whatever, and why don't you take care of this? They've never negotiated a car lease, and they're negotiating trillion-dollar deals that our children and our grandchildren are going to be stuck with. The debt that we have is insurmountable, virtually. It's impossible. And what's another $10 trillion? It doesn't mean anything. It's crazy, and it can't continue. We need someone who's actually created jobs. I laugh along the way on this whole process. I laugh about some of my father's opponents in this race talking about job creation. What jobs have they ever created? What do they know about job creation?
For lobbyists.
Nothing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they created, pollsters. They look at their computer data analytics, and the computer tells them what they have to tell you. That's not what we're about. My father speaks his mind, in case you haven't heard it. We talk about all the freedoms that this country offers, and yet you can't say what you're thinking anymore without worrying about someone pigeonholing you as something. It's just not fair, and it can't continue in a way like this. But honestly, it's also incredible to be here in Pennsylvania. Now, I know all the candidates try to pander and say they feel like they're from Pennsylvania, but I actually lived in Pennsylvania from the age of 13 till about 22, because I went to boarding school from 8th grade on in Pottstown. So, very, formerly industrial area of Pennsylvania. All those jobs have been shipped overseas. We're going to change that too.
Amen.
Yes. We're going to bring those jobs back. And then I went to the University of Pennsylvania. And now I spend my weekends right on the other side. I can throw a stone into Pennsylvania. I'm still in New York, so I'm not going to, up in the Catskills, right across the Delaware River, where I spend my weekends. So it's great to be back here. It's great, those are such formative years for me. It meant so much. I mean, I still come here. I'm a big outdoorsman. I'm a big hunter, big fisherman. This state is where I learned to do all that. I had guys that were just good, hardcore Pennsylvania guys, and they saw a young kid from New York City and said, hey, love to take you into the woods, and it stuck, and those are the kind of values. And it really stuck. They joke about the Fifth Avenue redneck. It's a little bit, but those are what we do. And I'm here doing that with my daughter today. We came in last night, and we were at a daddy-daughter day yesterday afternoon after school. So I can't pull out of school. Turkey hunting today for the youth opener. Here in Pennsylvania, so we're having a good time there. But those are the kind of values we want to keep in this country. So Pennsylvania was very formative for me. I mean, like I said, I lived here from 13 to about 22. So, pretty much the major years that formed me. So all the relationships that I have here, the Cocadrillos, everyone else that I know in the room, the Hazuris. I see a bunch of familiar faces. I don't know who all showed up. This is probably way beyond fire code, but we're not going to say that. There may be one or two more people, but than this room can otherwise hold. But it's amazing to see this kind of welcome, and I'm just really excited about this because, just driving in, and again from the Catskills, the hour that took me to get here yesterday afternoon, the only presidential signs I saw were Trump signs.
Yeah.
Because like we've seen in some of these other states where we've won by a landslide, someone else can just go in and promise someone who's loyal to the party. They're loyal to their vacation, right? They're loyal to the vacation that they're going to send them on. Who's loyal to the party, whatever vacation, we'll go to Disney World, that's great. It's not fair because you could make all the decisions you want, and guess what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter, and we're going to change that. We're going to change that. It's not fair. Why go through this process? Why go through this process? You've been watching how many debates? 30 debates? You've been watching, if I see another countdown timer on CNN for 79 hours, like it's, right over, it's like it's 2 minutes away. 79 hours and 53 minutes. They've been building up this process. You've been invested. The people are so emotionally into this thing now. They've been watching it for a year. And then guess what? We were just kidding, guys. Your vote doesn't matter. As long as you vote differently than what we're saying. We got to change that. We want to win big here. We want to show the elitists, the establishment, that your vote still matters. We have to drive it home. Let's make that point loud and clear. And again, thank you so much for the support. It's incredible to be here. Congressman, it's an honor to have you here, and I really appreciate the support, and you guys also speaking up as well, because I know that's a lot of people don't have the guts to do that, in your guys' positions. And so remember that when they're up as well, guys, because that's important. I want people with guts. There's another word for it, but I can't say that. I'll get in trouble. With guts. Okay? I like that. That's a quality I want. So thank you so much, and remember what Lou said. The delegates matter, who you pick. A vote for us isn't just a vote for us if you don't get that right. Let's drive that point home as well. So thank you so much. It's an honor to be here. It's really amazing. She wants to say something.
I hope you remember on Tuesday.
All right, just to show you these guys aren't all show, we're going to put them to work. We're going to have them we'll turn around and sit down. We've got some phone calls to make. Just a couple of phone calls. We've got scripts for you, but I don't think you need one. But we got some phone calls. We're going to make a few phone calls, and then we'll have a meeting availability after that, and then we'll be going in the back room for CNN. So if you guys wouldn't mind stepping over here for
Thank you guys so much.
Tell them about Monday.
But yeah, I believe my father's speaking in Wilkes-Barre on Monday.
It's 7 p.m.
And also, it's streaming live, right? I think you can go onto the campaign website. It's streaming live for those of you who can't make it there to be in person. I recommend it. It's not like a political rally. It's like a rock concert. It's amazing. I recommend it. But if you can't do it, you can watch it streamed live.
One more thing. The website. The website. You can go on the website. All of the delegates are now listed on the website. So if you by district. So if you want to do some homework before then, go on the website. What is it, DonaldJTrump.com. Get the names of the delegates and recommend it to other people.
Yeah, and share that on social media so all your friends see it. Because again, I can't tell you how many people I know who thought they knew everything that was going on in the process.
All my life I thought I knew.
That didn't know anything, and it's hard to believe. I didn't know it either. It's crazy.
Remember, every district has 3 different delegates that we need for the Trump. You'll see, you can see 10 or 12
right here,
people.
the district
And we have picked 3
mention it.
different for every district.
Right here, right in the side.
Love it. That's awesome. Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
We're gonna make phone calls and then sit down and